Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be talking about Twitter trash today. Just another day, another dumpster fire. Some interesting stuff has been happening too. This video isn't going to be long. It's going to be short. You're not here for a long time, but you're here for a good time. But before we get into all that, this video is sponsored by, and I'm extremely excited about this, Established Titles. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland, as well as support global reforestation efforts. Through Established Titles, you can purchase souvenir plots of lands in Scotland, and based on historical Scottish customs, this allows you to call yourselves a lord or lady. Cool thing is they pledge to keep the entire woodland free of any use and commit to planting a tree with every order with their global charity partners. One tree planted and trees for the future. I really believe in what they're doing. That's why I was so excited to be partnering with them, and most importantly, what I like a little bit more than the charity is I can be called a lord. This is something I've always wanted. You all must refer to me as Lord now. The title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. Look at that, baby. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. So pretty. And check this out, the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance, thus making you a part of the Some Black Guy Kingdom. And 'tis the holiday season, ladies and gentlemen. Established Titles is actually running a massive Black Friday sale right now. Plus, if you use code SBG, you will get an additional 10% off. So go to establishedtitles.com/SBG to get your gifts now and help support the channel, baby. Thank you, Established Titles. Super stoked to be partnering with you guys.
Supreme victory!
So it's been a few weeks since Elon took over Twitter, and it has been an absolute dumpster fire. There's some people that are putting their heads in the sand, acting like it's not. He's been acting like it's not, even though Twitter's been hemorrhaging money. The biggest advertisers have pissed off because they're like, yeah, we don't want anything to happen to us like what happened to, what was it, Eli and Lilly or whatever, with the insulin and other companies that their stocks just plummeted because of all the confusion and fake verification and all the stuff that's been going on. So that's been kind of funny on the outside looking in. And Elon also, not only did he fire half of the Twitter staff at first, try to get rid of things that were very important too, like, oh, we don't need any of this stuff, this is unnecessary. And then people's 2-factor authorization wasn't working, and then they couldn't log into Twitter. A lot of problems. Firing people, rehiring people that he actually needed, some essential workers. And then with the remaining people, he gave ultimatums that y'all gonna have to do some crunch time. If y'all don't do the crunch time, y'all can go. And so hundreds more left too. Some people said thousands, but there was only a few thousand Twitter employees left anyway. So it was probably a few hundred, like some of the people at the Twitter staff said, that they took off. So it's down to the nitty gritty. And because of that, there was a lot of people thinking that there's no way Twitter's gonna be able to sustain itself. It's probably gonna die over the weekend. And there was a lot of people that were posting goodbye messages. There were people that were pimping their links to other places and stuff like that. Like, oh, follow me here, follow me there. And by the way, you can follow me on Instagram at SomeBG if you wouldn't mind, because that's my favorite app. It's like, it's not the best, but it's my favorite. Like, Twitter's a dumpster, and it's always been a dumpster, but I'm on it. It's content, some decent promotion. But I digress. Twitter's still here, which I'm not shocked. I wasn't like, oh no, it's gonna be gone. And if it was, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. I'd actually be like, oh, that's hilarious. Fine, it's gone. Sweet. Let's see what props up next. But anyway, that's not the biggest news. Obviously, you're here for the title, the headlines. A lot of people were wondering what was gonna happen. They were like, oh, free speech is gonna reign and all this stuff, and people are gonna get unbanned, which is partially true, particularly the latter. Some people are getting unbanned. Like Andrew Tate, for example, got unbanned. Elon Musk conducted a poll to see if people wanted Trump back. And yes, won, not by a huge margin. It was like 50-50 for a point, but then at the end of the day, yes reigned true, and Elon stuck to his word with like unbanning Trump, which was like, holy shit, his account is back. However, Trump specifically stated that Twitter is a mess and he's not going to return. Now, I personally feel like the only reason he's not returning is because he has stake in that Truth Social thing that he started. I feel like if he never did this Truth Social thing, he would have came back immediately. Dude's an egomaniac. He needs to let people know about his presence. He was on Twitter all the time. So some people said, well, I think he likes his echo chamber and Truth Social. That may be true, but it's just not as big of a platform. So you would think he would want to be on the largest platform, but I don't think he wants Truth Social to fail. He's got investments. So we'll wait and see what happens to see if he actually tweets anything and whatnot. Also, Jordan Peterson has been brought back. He was very happy. He's like, thank you, Elon Musk. But the thing that's funny about Jordan Peterson, he was not banned. All he had to do was just delete a tweet. And then he did delete the tweet. And then after deleting the tweet, he took a screenshot of the tweet that he deleted and posted it again. And then I think he got banned or suspended again. Because he wasn't banned, he was suspended. Right? Like, delete the offending tweet and then you can use your account. But as we all know, he'd rather die than do that. He'd rather die for Twitter. Like I say, imagine willing to die for a tweet, man. It's not even like free speech or anything, right? Because that's the thing that people always conflate. Like, I feel like there's a difference between watching your mouth because what you say may have consequences and the government is going to put you in jail. Like, I think there's a big difference. And so when you're using somebody's private company and you're saying shit they don't want you to say, they can take you off. Twitter is not subsidized. It is not a utility. We argue that it could be, or maybe it should be, but it's not. Right? Just like those same people, and I've made this argument before, they want to protect these smaller businesses, like the trope, the argument that they always go to about baking a gay couple a wedding cake. It's their private business, so they should be allowed to refuse service to anybody. So I'm like, if you truly believe that, then you should think that there's nothing wrong with Twitter suspending Jordan Peterson. But of course, logic is not these people's forte. It's not about logic. It's about I want what I want, and that's all that matters. Rules for thee and not for me. It's always been that for these people. It's annoying, but I digress on that, man. It's been wild just seeing how things have been navigating in Twitter and seeing what direction things are gonna go in. And I don't want to spend the entire time trashing Elon Musk, even though mostly everything has been negative. I did see something that, if true, I mean, great job, because there's, I guess there's this advocate that she had been a survivor of trafficking and, or, you know how minors are just being abused in every way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, a lot of people turned a blind eye to it. They never focus on the real stuff that's going on, like the real trafficking, the real abuse, the real grooming. Like, you see this campaign to focus on like teachers and drag shows or story time or whatever stuff that like bruh, where are the articles of all of these people being arrested and being like a bunch of perverts? Meanwhile, if you look at institutions in, I don't know, religion, and the Boy Scouts, and I could go on for a long time, and seeing how frequently people are getting constantly arrested for doing terrible, horrific, the most heinous stuff. So this person is a survivor and has been advocating for Twitter to clean this stuff up, from what I've read. And apparently Elon said he's going to make it a priority to get rid of a lot of CP that's been circulating on the platform. And apparently this person said that a lot of stuff is disappearing. Not going to share any links for obvious reasons. Not going to share any things to, like, you know, which makes sense to me. It's one of those things where it's like you do have to take their word on it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know you, so it is kind of weird. I don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, I don't want proof. I will take your word for it, even if I don't trust you. So, that being said, if that's all true, then that's awesome. Because, I mean, yeah, it sucks that shit's on there and that these people have code words and all these things to share stuff, and it just makes me feel like such a normie, because I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to begin to find this stuff. Like when she says the stuff, because I'm like, oh, she probably got this information from talking to ex-offenders and stuff like that, and them giving information. And I wonder the same thing. How the hell did they begin to find stuff? I don't even know where to begin, because obviously, I feel like if you type in search engines the obvious stuff, you're probably immediately put on some watch list. You're probably immediately flagged, and then it's like the FBI is already just kind of like, all right, you're in a file. So getting around that, I'm just like, what the hell are these people doing? Death! That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. I'll come back with another video. Should probably be a much funner video than this. But all right, take care, guys.